let's go. Yeah.
Good thing, yeah, I found that. Young king with my crown at. 10 racks in the fanny pack. Couple hundred in the Louis bag. Couple hundred need the G-Wagons. Big tax on my big spending. Big facts, no pretending. We back on the full sense. That good thing, yeah, I found that. Young king with my crown at. 10 racks in the fanny pack. Couple hundred in the Louis bag. Couple hundred need the G-Wagons. Big tax on my big spending. Big facts, no pretending. We back on the full sense.
Crazy flow, need a straight jacket. Cash flow, I'm a bank addict. 6 subs, had the bass smacking. 808s, had the place clapping. 3 girls is enough for me, so I pull out like the stock crashing. Like an IPO trying to purchase me. This a private sector, so you can't have it. Faking all that boom bapping. Who you think you is, boy? 90s want they sound back, so I give rap all these fake rappers as I take matters in my own hands. I don't need rapping, I don't need Zans. I don't need help, I'm a grown man. Now they can't left and they so mad, it's like
good thing, yeah, I found that. Young king with my crown at. 10 racks in the fanny pack. Couple hundred in the Louis bag. Couple hundred need the G-Wagons. Big tax on my big spending. Big facts, no pretending. We back on the full sense. That good thing, yeah, I found that. Young king with my crown at. 10 racks in the fanny pack. Couple hundred in the Louis bag. Couple hundred need the G-Wagons. Big tax on my big spending. Big facts, no pretending. We back on the full sense.
yeah, hey, look what I got. New whip with no top. Cooking up no stove top. Ice cold, no snow drop. Big budget ass, big facts. Big money in the contract. Been running no contact. New record with the new tracks. Yeah, they been sending me new plaques. I don't really need new plaques. Nah, big rock with the suplex. Yeah, new rock got a new flex. Yeah, I'm current, I'm a new trend. Now boys with the full scent. Yeah, like I said, no new friends. We don't really need new friends.
Good thing, yeah, I found that. Young king with my crown at. 10 racks in the fanny pack. Couple hundred in the Louis bag. Couple hundred need the G-Wagons. Big tax on my big spending. Big facts, no pretending. We back on the full sense. That good thing, yeah, I found that. Young king with my crown at. 10 racks in the fanny pack. Couple hundred in the Louis bag. Couple hundred need the G-Wagons. Big tax on my big spending. Big facts, no pretending. We back on the full sense.
Hey. Yeah. Whoa. Yeah. Coming at me like that, like whoa. Yeah. Coming at me like that, like whoa. I don't even feel like that, like whoa. You ain't even see my stacks, like whoa. We up on the sea, but that's my bow. Coming at me like that, like whoa. Coming at me like that, like whoa. Coming at me like that, like whoa. Coming at me like that, like wish that I care, but I don't. And I swear, if you want, we can flow. Coming ready for the smoke. Murder she wrote, but I don't even dare. I got places to go. Coming ready for the show. Sacred the goat. We got royal affairs. We gon' win on the low. Coming ready for the glow. You taking notes, have a seat, take a chair. You may think that we cold. Coming ready for the snow. Try to bear the weight, but it's too heavy. Try to get away, but it's too deadly. Gotta keep it sharp, so we stay edgy. Can I get ahead, so we stay ready? Coming at me, that's sad, that's joke. I cannot believe these lies, I'm woke. All that greed, but why you broke? When y'all need, come get your folk.
I actually soar over these waves. When I get paid, I gotta know people to pay, places to go. Watch what you say, watch what you
Coming at me like that, like whoa. I don't even feel like that, like whoa. You ain't even see my stacks, like whoa. We up on the sea, but that's my bow. Coming at me like that, like whoa. Coming at me like that, like whoa. Coming at me like that, like whoa. Coming at me like that, like I sit back, I'ma go and get that. I just wanna give back, people call me Big Black. I just got my whip back, asked me when I got here, told her that I've been back. Brought a couple wins back, double cup of no act. I don't really have beef, but I'm still a Big Mac. And you know I got green, now we bridging the gap flow with me and my team. Cause we know how to scrap when you making a scene. Came up from the dirt, yeah I know my worth. No I will not sell, niggas gotta work. Do not kiss and tell, no I do not serve. But I'll ride these waves, so get up off my turf.
I actually soar over these waves. When I get paid, I gotta know people to pay, places to go. Watch what you say, watch what you
Coming at me like that, like whoa. I don't even feel like that, like whoa. You ain't even see my stacks, like whoa. We up on the sea, but that's my bow. Coming at me like that, like whoa. Coming at me like that, like whoa. Coming at me like that, like whoa. Coming at me like that, like
We at the top, if I see it, I cop it. All this guap, if I see it, I cop it. Got some new drip, if I see it, I cop it. Saw that new whip, if I see it, I cop it. Need a new grip, if I see it, I cop it. Lots of strip, if I see it, I cop it. I'm not kidding, if I see it, I cop it. House off the grid, if I see it, I cop it. We at the top, if I see it, I cop it. All of this guap, if I see it, I cop it. Got some new drip, if I see it, I cop it. Saw that new whip, if I see it, I cop it. Need a new grip, if I see it, I cop it. Lots of strip, if I see it, I cop it. I'm not kidding, if I see it, I cop it. House off the grid, if I see it, I cop it.
Yeah, if I see it, I cop it. Running through stores, if I see it, I rock it. Yeah, girl, if you see it, I got it. Run it up more, we need all the profit. 100 racks back up in summer 16. Spent that whole bag on a whole summer dream. Life's complicated, no Avril Lavigne. Copped a new condo to blow us some steam. All these rappers just rapping in triplets. Pushing that product, just got a new shipment. Pushing that roll 50 over the limit. Cushion that blow, I don't get why they with it. We at the top and we throwing the game. All of these peasants will know of my name. All of these blessings, we staying the same. The drip is fluorescent, I'm going insane. Royal genetics all up in my veins. Back me a real one and gave her my name. All of these issues, but no one to blame. Praying that God will just show me the way. Changing the game, got the source code, and I'm off-road and my horses go skirt. One in the same day, of course, no, we in first, yo, all my niggas we were. Faking the fame, but we all know, cause the source told all you niggas just learn. Talking and saying y'all pseudo, and it's true though, y'all just popping them perks. Taking the stage, got a few shows, let the crew know it's a clouse in the dirt. I am the king and it's my throne, y'all are kind though, they keep calling me Xerxes.
Be at the top, if I see it, I cop it. All this guap, if I see it, I cop it. Got some new drip, if I see it, I cop it. Saw that new whip, if I see it, I cop it. Need a new grip, if I see it, I cop it. Lots of strip, if I see it, I cop it. I'm not kidding, if I see it, I cop it. House off the grid, if I see it, I cop it. We at the top, if I see it, I cop it. All of this guap, if I see it, I cop it. Got some new drip, if I see it, I cop it. Saw that new whip, if I see it, I cop it. Need a new grip, if I see it, I cop it. Lots of strip, if I see it, I cop it. I'm not kidding, if I see it, I cop it. House off the grid, if I see it, I cop it.
We only got one life, I'ma get that. If you with that, do not sit back and just wish that you had it. Despite all your witchcraft and your riffraff, this is my gift and you wish that you had it. Tonight, gonna bump trap, gonna thump that. Drums in the back and you know that we have it. Girls like where the one at, need to run back. Flee from these niggas, you know that they savage. They acting macho like they Randy Savage. They call me Pablo, the kingpin is at it. I am Apollo, you Rocky, I've had it. Y'all can just follow cause niggas is slacking. I am Jack Sparrow, my verses is cracking. I am the ghost and you rappers is Pac-Man. Out in the coast and I'm getting more blacking. Y'all acting hairy, I'm grabbing the waxing.
Top, if I see it, I cop it. All of this guap, if I see it, I cop it. Got some new drip, if I see it, I cop it. Saw that new whip, if I see it, I cop it. Need a new grip, if I see it, I cop it. Lobster and shrimp, if I see it, I cop it. I am that kid, if I see it, I cop it. House off the grid, if I see it, I cop it.
The following program is rated TV MANOC. It contains a big pair of nuts directly on your chin. It is intended only for mature audiences. Viewer discretion advised.
Get off your ass and go to the fucking gym right now.
You have no power here.
Go to the fucking gym. You look great.
Obesity is epidemic in the United States and a major cause of death.
What is fat activism?
I, a fat person, am sharing my own lived experience.
Pizza is a vegetable.
Your fat phobia is your problem.
It is not my place as a smaller-bodied white man to comment on it.
Radical body positivity.
What can men do against such reckless hate?
There's only one man who can help me.
This is for you new people. I only have one rule. Everyone fights, no one quits.
This day we fight!
shining, the birds are chirping, the bacon is sizzling. Welcome to the Daily Swole.
Testing. Testicles. Welcome everyone to episode 3094 of the Daily Mother Swole, the most muscular swolecast, beercast, broadcast, gamecast, mancast, pimpcast, sleazecast, and slaycast in the realm. Because when I flex, you flex. We all flex our biceps. What's going on, beaches, booshes, bustas, hustles, and yahos? It's your boy Papa Swolio back with another episode. In today's episode, the Beastcast is brought to you, is powered, is sponsored by Everesting K2 Flexing on all you. All right, welcome fam. Friday, October the 25th. We are live for the Daily Swole 3094. Happy Friday. And of course, because today is Fuck'em Friday, that means we do have a bonus overtime segment at the end of the show today, exclusively for members. You could join now over at swolenormousx.com. And of course, like I've been edging you for a few months, if you are a member, you will get first access to our Swolenormous app that is on the verge of release, and it's going to be fire. So lock in your memberships now, swolenormousx.com. Get access to all the private live streams as well as early release for the app. Not only that, last night we had Roundtable 79. That's available now in Swole TV. So for those of you that were there, it was a fun time. Hopefully you were there live. And if not, you can listen to all the previous ones when you join. So 2-hour conversation twice a month. And we have 79 of them available in the archive. So when you join, you get to catch up on previous ones. And there's always some juicy stuff. There's always some really good insight through various roundtables. There's always a certain topic or a theme, and it's always a good time. So thank you to everyone that was there. So now let's get into today's episode. Hashtag FEF for a chance to win today's Swole card. And of course, FEF means Fuck'em Friday. It means that if you have not yet done so, make sure you focus on pillar number 1, community and your environment. Delete, unsubscribe from channels that you don't watch. Delete people from your contacts, text messages, start distancing yourself from people that suck. It's a reminder that you need to focus on your community. You need to focus on your first pillar. And if you don't know what those are, go on over to swolenormousx.com and download your copy of the 7 pillars. There's 3 downloads, audio ebook. You have the 7 pillars themselves and the Beyond 7 Pillars ebook. So go check that out over at swolenormousx.com. That being said, let's get into today's tip, fam. Are you ready? Hit the like button. And of course, subscribe. Let's get into the first Swole fan post. Babe, just an inch. It's cold outside. All right, it is election season. And before we officially jump into the topics today, make sure you pick up the brand new Lift merch over at papaswolio.com. We got 20% off the entire site. So we're running a special. Make sure you go and pick up this merch. You will probably get it in time. If you order it today, you'll get it in time for the election season. And of course, hopefully, I think it should be known who the winner is the same day. It should be too big to steal this year. I'm really hoping that humanity in this country doesn't let us down. And I know there's still a lot of retarded people out there, but hopefully less than there were 4 years ago. So head on over to papaswolio.com and rep the greatest design, possibly the greatest design ever created. Can't wait to rock it myself. Can't wait to make some videos. I think it's going to blow people's nips off. Look at that fucking merch. Lift. Probably the greatest thing I've seen. We've had amazing releases the last month or two, right? Over on the site. We've really had amazing releases. I love all the releases, but some obviously are better than others. We've had the Deadlift, the Deadpool design, Swoleverine, Optimus Pump, the Ozempic shirt and the gym shirt that I'm rocking. We got the Lift. Oh, the GTTFG Hope design. So many amazing designs, and we do have more coming. So we don't stop. Monday we have more designs to come. So anyway, pick up the brand new merch, 20% off. Let's get into the first Swole fan post.
What's in the box?
This one's from Matt showing us his gym, a little home gym action. I like it. Looks like a dungeon. That's my style. Matt says, I did some arms today. First time using the strap, and holy crap, this thing hit better than a rope on the triceps. So if I'm not mistaken, if we zoom in a little bit, you have the loop straps. I have a pair of those myself. It's fantastic. So if you're doing triceps, you don't have to have your grip being the limited factor. You can use these loops or these hooks or even the ankle straps, and you can isolate your triceps a lot better. And you can focus more on the elbow extension rather than gripping the rope or gripping the handle. So that's a great adjustment. It's a good purchase, and they're inexpensive too. Probably $20 on Amazon. Samantha says, first post ever, fam. After training for a while and wanting to sauna more rather than just at the gym, I made the plunge and bought a portable one from SaunaBox. It's a steam sauna, which I'm going to have to get used to since I prefer the dry, but this is a great start to then save up and buy something more permanent later. I'm looking forward to using it each night before sleep with a quick rinse off after as well. Last night was the first test and it felt amazing to use it, rinse, and then sink into bed. Even with the broken sleep I get normally, I woke up at 5 a.m. feeling well rested and got the dogs out like I planned. Happy training, fam. All right, good for you. Saunas are great. Saunas are great. I was in the sauna myself yesterday. Highly recommend. Highly recommend. TCAP. Look at this guy. Look at this fucking guy. Still getting it. I got a ways to get back to Lizzo levels of health due to her raising the bar as always. And because you posted TCAP.
You can be fat and be healthy.
I gotta give you the
I'm
Lizzo.
sorry, Lizzo, healthier than I will ever be.
Thanks for sharing. Nice flex picture. Look at that beard. Looking lean and mean. I like to see it. I like to see it, brother. And we got one from Aaron. And Aaron is giving us a little accountability update. The full stop has been working great, so my plan for this week will continue with my full stop on academics at least 1 to 2 hours before bed to keep consistent with that on top of my meditations during the day or at night before bed. So for those of you that are members, I was talking to a few of you like a day or two ago. I will be responding to more of those messages. So keep an eye out for that. And if you didn't respond to the text I sent out earlier this week, I'll continue those conversations as I do over the weekend. So make sure you keep an eye out for that. Always do a lot of swole text. A lot of swole text over the weekend. So keep an eye out for that. If you're not on the email list, make sure you head on over to makeemailswoleagain.com and sign up. It's free. And you're going to want to be on this email list because if you're not going to get the latest updates. You're not going to know when the app drops. You don't have to be a member to join, but you will get some knowledge cock in your inbox. So go to makeemailswoleagain.com. Get on the list. It's free. And we do have an email response today. This one's from Kai. Responding to the I don't feel like training today email. Kai says, hello, Papa. Going to the fucking gym has never been my problem. I'm completely in love with lifting and would rather lift than do a lot of other things, LOL. However, in my life, staying disciplined applies to changing my eating habits and getting quality sleep. It's hard to break habits and say no to cravings, but it's getting easier the longer I do it. That's what she said. Today, I'm doing an upper body push day. My split is 2 days on, 1 day off with upper and lower body. I find this to be the best for my body to recover and still grow. Hashtag GTTFG and stay swole. Kylie. That's why I always thought it was a spell error. It's not Kai. It's Kylie. That's what I keep on wanting to say, but I'm like, all right, people have weird names. Miss Texas Fit. So that's who it is. Excellent. I was like, Kai, Kye. Your email is wrong or something. You might have had a typo in your Gmail or whatever your email address is. So might want to check that out. So Kylie, thank you for the response. Let's get into some knowledge cock, fam. As if we haven't been getting it already. Hold on. All right. If you got live questions, drop in the comments, hashtag AskPapaSwole. And of course, live on Rumble, rumble.com/thedailySwole. If you're listening or you watch on Spotify, please, fam, hook it up and leave a 5-star review. It helps tremendously. So if you have people that like to bang their ear holes or want to make gains, please share the podcast with them. It helps a lot. Just send them over on Spotify or Apple Podcast. And if you have not yet done so, leave a 5-star review for the show. All right, let's get into the first Instagram question. Again, if you have a live question, drop it with the hashtag APS in the comments. Ask Papa Swolio. From Nicolay.
What's in the box?
Nicolay, first question. Papa Swolio, what is the exercise you use for abs? I don't do a lot of focus on my abs directly, but I do lateral movements on my 45-degree hyper for the quadratus lumborum. I'll just do some standard spinal extension and flexion. So I have it's not a glute hamstring raise, but it's kind of like a rounded pad where I can get a full stretch for my abs, and I can load it with a band or load it with a weight. But progressive overload, like any other body part, but you're not really looking to get massive hypertrophy with your abs. It's important to strengthen your abs, but what's really also important is to strengthen the glutes. People think that their abdominal region, they're going to get more definition just by doing a lot of crunches or some magical abdominal exercise, when it's really their fucking nutrition that needs to get in order. And all the muscles around their core, like the glutes, like the back, the thoracic spine, hip flexors, inner thighs, adductor mobility, all these other things are very important to have a more aligned spine, to not have a distended gut, to not have excessive lumbar extension. You need to improve your posture and all these other things. So yoga is fantastic, and any kind of flexion and extension abdominal movement, just a standard crunch, standard to get that full extension and flexion, that's going to work the abs. That's the only thing that you're going to be able to do for your abs. There's a lot of other things you can do, but it's isometric holds. There's a lot of fancy shit. You don't need to do fancy shit unless you're trying to get into Cirque du Soleil. So you can do a lot of exercise that work your abdominal region, but any muscle is going to respond from progressive overload. The most important thing is you want for seeing that is to build muscle all over your body and get your nutrition in order and your hormones in order. So all the things we talk about, estrogenics in your environment, proper nutrition, quality food, sleep, all those things. T-Bone. T-Bone, Papa Soli, when doing dumbbell curls, should I be locking out my elbows at the bottom of the lift or keeping my elbows slightly bent? It depends on the movement. So the biceps are going to have the best leverage up to, I think, like 70 degrees or so. So you really want tension at the bottom of the movement. So you can do one of the best exercises you can do, whether it's with a cable or a dumbbell or a machine, is a preacher curl, because you don't want the tension when you're doing a standing dumbbell curl. There's nothing wrong with it, but the tension's less at the bottom and more at 90 degrees. When you really want the most tension to be at the bottom of the movement. When you do a preacher curl, you get more tension when it's lengthened in the mid-range, which is most important for the biceps. So you want to get as full extension as possible. Of course, you can have different preacher curl setups where it supports your arm at full extension. You just want to make sure that you build up slowly. So if you're not used to going to full range and you grab a heavy weight for a max set and you extend your arm, yeah, you can hurt your tendon or hurt your elbow, because tendons and ligaments need progressive overload too. So if you build that properly and progressively, you can get full extension. So you don't necessarily want to lock out, but you do want to get full extension. But if you're not exposed to it, drop the weight and go very light and then build it over time. So you definitely want to make sure that you're using some sort of machine or an exercise that's going to target that. What you can do also is do cable curls facing away. So there's more tension at the bottom of the movement. If you're facing the cable curls, you're going to get more of a mid-range tension, but if you're facing away, you'll get more of the lengthened tension for the bicep. Mark, hold on a second. Did you see the new video of the Jeff Nippert assault? The gym finally released it, but it does raise some questions. I still think Mike was definitely in the wrong. I did not see the new video. Can you give me a little breakdown? I didn't see the gym footage that was released. What possibly could be the justification for Mike attacking him twice? I only saw one attack. I only saw the real short clip. I don't think there's anything that could have happened that would justify physical attack. If you know anything about violence, the number one thing you should do would be to avoid physical confrontation. If you have to defend yourself if someone's attacking you, that's different and you can't get away. So you're not cowardly if you leave. People get killed all the time. Just by stupid, he pushed and knocked Jeff down. If he hit his head, could have killed him, could have bled out, hemorrhage and stuff, or been paralyzed, or who knows. So I don't know what could have possibly happened that would justify, especially with someone a fraction of your size. So it kind of looks like Jeff was antagonizing him because he walked up to him. Jeff is like 5 feet tall. How would he antagonize him? You're just trying to explain a video. He walked up to him. So what? Did he walk up to him and push him? Like, that would be stupid on his part. You could walk up to someone. There's nothing. Not to mention, Mike walked over to him to punch him. Like, the whole point is you should remove yourself from physical confrontation. If you walk and actually re-engage someone to attack them, that's your fault. Again, Mark says, apparently some are saying he said something to him. What could he say? He could have said, fuck you, your mom sucks. That's no justification to hit someone. That's just a stupid thing to engage with, because then you're going to deal with all the after effects and civil lawsuits and who knows. I'm just saying maybe he did. What could he have said that would have justified getting re-engaged and getting physically attacked? There's no justification. There's no benefit to escalating. But I'll check out the video if it comes up. Slim Shady ZX11, Papa Soy, how to get a bigger back. Progressive overload. People, to build muscle, every muscle needs progressive overload. You need to increase your strength. You need to increase the weight that you're lifting for the certain amount of reps or the reps for a given weight. That's how you get a bigger back. Train the different joint angles. Train upper back with your elbows more elevated. Okay, like a T-bar row or a high row with your elbows more flared, and then do some sort of a row with your elbow more tucked into the midline to hit the lats. And definitely do a hip hinge. Do RDLs, do deadlifts, do 45-degree hypers with a band or without or with weights to hit either the hamstrings or the glutes or the lower back, and you'll build those spinal erectors. OP Atlantic. We'll take more questions. Hashtag Ask Papa Swolio. Do you eat cheat meals? I don't. I don't quantify or process anything in the sense of cheating. So there's no point in cheating. That's just an excuse to eat garbage. I eat delicious, amazing food, and I eat as much as I want of it because I get full. So there's no need for a cheat meal. If I want something sweet, I have fruit or I have honey or I have dates. I don't need garbage. I don't need synthetic trash. So people think of eating quality food as the most plain, eating boring, disgusting stuff. I eat amazing food. My food is, I have salt all over it. It's tons of protein and fat. It's delicious. But Papa, I want candy. It's like I'll take a tablespoon of honey. If you have quality honey, you don't need anything more than that. I'll eat some fruit. I woke up today, instead of having just the electrolyte, I had half a small watermelon. I don't need a cheat meal. I'll make some bacon. But what if you want ice cream? I'll take some raw cream and blend it up with some mangoes, or I'll take some frozen mangoes and put some raw cream on it and eat it. There you go. There's my ice cream. Put some salt on it, maybe blend it up with an egg yolk or some maple syrup. That's sugar, but it's different. You get a lot of benefits from raw honey or fresh maple syrup and stuff like that. Okay. So again, cheat meals are a scam. It's this strange justification that's perpetuated itself because, of course, people want to be big and lean. So they look at these professional bodybuilders who essentially starve themselves and they're not healthy. So when you get that lean and that dry, it's not a healthy approach. And then they look good on stage and people want to look like that. Oh my God, I want to look like that. A lot of people try to eat like they're a professional bodybuilder or they want to look like a fitness model. You know, that's not a healthy approach. You shouldn't be that dehydrated and that shredded and lean. It's not good for the body in general. You don't need to be fat, but you shouldn't be like shredded to the bone. It's just not something that's really generally healthy to maintain. Yeah, eat a date. My God, eat a date. Get a medjool date. You have 3 and you're like, oh my God, I'm done. Lots of potassium and stuff too. Stelios Alexakis, Papa Solia, how can I convince my girlfriend to join the gym with me? I want it so we can spend more time together. Ooh, that's a tough one. You're leading by example. I don't know how long you've been dating or dynamic. That's a hard one to get anyone that you love or care about to take care of themselves. So you have to lead by example. Convincing. Does she exercise? Does she understand the importance of it? Are you living together? It's really hard to convince anyone. You have to lead by example. That's really all I'm going to say about it right now. I mean, it's a tough one, but good news. That's your girlfriend. So you can make another choice. Haha.
Emotional damage.
I need to know more context, but you should be training. Now, you don't have to train together. You can go to the gym and do separate things. Maybe some people, women included, might be self-conscious and embarrassed and they might not know what they're doing and they don't want to go because they don't really know what they're doing. They don't want to embarrass themselves or they're intimidated by other women. I mean, there's a lot of excuses that people make. But bottom line, it's important. If you're looking at this person and you're seriously thinking about starting a family or this being the person for you that you want to marry, for example, they need to get on board. I think if you're in a relationship, you owe it to the other person to be healthy and to take care of yourself, to stay physically attractive, but also physically healthy. You know, it's very selfish to be with someone, let it all go and just trash your health. And then they're the ones that are gonna have to be wiping your ass and pushing you around in a wheelchair. Like, that's fucked up. So Mama Swole trains and I train. We don't train together. We could, but when she's training, I like to focus on her and train her. It doesn't mean that we'll never train together, and we have maybe certain exercises, but it's usually when she's training, I'll train her, and then I'll do my stuff. And then at separate times, she gets the focus, and I train her and make sure she's doing it. You don't have to necessarily both do the same thing. DBZ SS3 Goku, Pompasolio, how long have you been working out? 25 years? 23 years? I don't know. Late 90s, 2000 or so. So 25 years, something like that. Shaolin Monk, best workout to work the lower chest. There's really no need to target the lower chest. Dips are fine. Decline pressing can work. Cable flies, pec deck. You're going to hit, if you're working the sternal pecs, a lot of people try to work, the middle chest and their elbows are too high. So tuck your elbows in more so you can get some more stretch on the chest when you're doing some of these exercises. But just working the sternal pecs is fine for the lower chest. You're not necessarily going to get extra. So some of these angles don't necessarily work an area more. They might just work other areas less. So incline press doesn't necessarily target the upper chest more. It just works the sternal pec less, right? So it's not necessarily like you're getting, it's extra on the upper chest. It's just maybe less for the lower, for the middle sternal head. So dips are fine. Dips are fine. You might get that with like machine dips. You might get that with, there's decline press machines that might be decent, but just doing a nice converging press that you like, that has a good strength profile for the sternal pecs is plenty. And going back to the girlfriend thing, so there's a different thing. I want to spend more time with my girlfriend. I mean, you also want to focus on your training. So that could be a great separate time as well. So do you really want to spend more time with her, or do you just want her to get in shape so she takes care of her body, so she looks better? And this is objectively true. It's not being superficial. Like, you will look better if you exercise. You're going to look more attractive to your other person. And for me, it's just attractive knowing that the other person is taking care of themselves and working hard. So it's, both people should be working, but whether you're working out together at the same time, that's up to you. B. Willie, what is good music for an intense workout? Whatever you like. What I would say, since you don't know what music you like, if you hear a song that you like, go on Spotify and choose radio, or like these apps will choose a bunch. They'll give you a playlist of songs that are similar to the one that you like. So find a song that you like, get a playlist, and I don't know, whatever the fuck you want to listen to. These questions are just weird. What's good music? What do you like, man? Try different things. Hit play and lift if you want to. I like silence too. I do have the ultimate GTTFG play. I do have the ultimate GTTFG playlist. It's such a mix of songs. So if I do listen to it, oh yeah, it's the secret playlist. Andrea Cernuto 1. What's your workout split? Upper, lower, every other day? Last question. Okay. Any other live questions? Going once, going twice. Going make sick fucking gains. We're going balls deep. That's deep. All right, let's get into some balls deep content. Saw this. Kind of weird. I mean, I don't know if this is the real Joe Biden, but this kind of stuff is weird. He's been doing this for a long time. I just thought it was funny because it doesn't matter what he's saying. He's not saying anything important. But this dude's like 1,000 years old. Why does he do this little run thing? Why is he jogging? He's trying to look spry. Why does he do that jog thing? Dude, just stop. Stop. No one thinks you're spry. No one thinks you're spry. I will say I posted this on X yesterday, and I said my GTTFG playlist is unmatched. Look at that. Kumite from Bloodsport. There you go.
Wow.
You want a good jam? Put that on. And then pretend like you don't want to kick through a brick fucking wall. Death touch. Very good. But brick don't hit back. All right, there you go. There's one for you. Okie dokie. Let's see what we got here. Let's play this video. I saw a part of it. I retweeted from Clay Travis. It says 94-year-old Auschwitz camp Holocaust survivor. These videos are important because these people are dying out. There's not many more. He's also a Trump voter, calls out Kamala for comparing Trump to Hitler. This is powerful. Share it. Let's give this a watch. And you guys can pick a number in the comments, 1, 2, or 3. Let's give this a listen. Is that going to play? No, we're not going to have audio? We're not going to do audio? All right. No audio. All right. Fuck it. Moving on. All right. I don't know why that wasn't playing. Let's see. Balls deep content. We'll do with this one. 1, 2, or 3. Pick in the comments. We'll start off with this one, though. I am fat phobic.
Hello.
Oh, Jesus.
It's the straight to camera talk. I've been sitting here thinking. I think I might be fat phobic. This thought. And yeah, I put up this photo on Instagram today saying, you know, your partner, it's okay for your partner to be skinnier than you. And I'm like, yeah. And then I'm like, oh, you say that, but I don't think you actually believe that of yourself.
What the fuck?
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
I don't know what the hell that was. Okay, so I played the video. Look, I'm playing the videos. They're in my folder. I don't know what that's supposed to be. I don't know what that was claimed to be. Let's go with Cerny number 3. This one's called Quick to Not Believe Fads. Quick to Not Believe Fads.
Isn't it funny how people will believe anything when it's a fad? Like, hey, this one quick fix will help you lose weight.
Yeah, they're stupid.
But when I talk about how simple things like fat phobia, stress, or emotional conditions can make people gain weight, suddenly no one believes that.
Because you're talking, fat phobia doesn't make people gain weight. Stress, okay, so people can't manage their own stress. If they have chronic anxiety, that's their responsibility. And emotional conditions, again, what you're saying is that can lead to someone gaining weight. Yeah, so can eating too much food, but that doesn't excuse that it's your behavior. It's your behavior. Just because you can't control stress, your own stress, you can't control your emotions, that doesn't mean that it's in your control. It's your fault. Okay.
People gain weight. Suddenly, no one believes that.
We all believe that.
Yes, weight can be changed, but it's not a one-size-fits-all solution.
Yes, weight... Oh, man, these people are real.
You went full retard, man.
Weight can be changed, but it's not a one-size-fits-all solution. I don't know. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means. What? What does that mean?
For some people, it's a lot harder than just cutting out carbs and doing intense workouts. It's
eating properly and sleeping and lifting heavy weights. Yeah, lifting weights and cutting out garbage foods like vegetable oils and seed oils and, yeah, processed foods. Sure, a lot of those are carbohydrates, but actually most of them are going to be polyunsaturated fats. Okay. Yeah, that's it.
Which is not a healthy way to lose weight anyways. For some, it can mean changing your entire relationship with food.
Oh, my relationship. Okay, this is a problem. You don't have a relationship with food. We have to stop like personifying food. Food, you're not talking to food. You're not dating your food. You're not having like, what have you done today? Like, oh, what'd you do this last weekend? Cake? Well, I was sitting in the fridge and you don't have a relationship with food. Let's stop talking about this as if food can talk. You don't have a relationship with it. You eat it. It's fuel. Holy shit. If you think you have a relationship with food, your therapist sucks and you don't have a relationship with food. You don't. That's not a thing.
Or cutting out entire food groups or
yeah, you should cut out. Look, you should cut out entire food groups. There's a lot of food that you should not be eating. That's okay to not eat garbage.
Or cutting out entire food groups or dealing with stress, hormones, or medical conditions. And here's the thing, we should not be bullied into making these changes. We should want to get healthier because we love ourselves enough to make that choice.
Okay, so why don't you love yourself enough to make the choice? Okay, we should. It doesn't matter. Your habits. Like what the reason is, it's like, okay, fine, you should. I agree. So why don't you?
Not because society or some random person online shames us into it.
Fine.
True sustainable change comes from a place of self-love, not
okay.
guilt or shame.
So why don't you love yourself and take care of yourself instead of justifying your terrible habits because everyone else is a meanie? Like she's proving my point and then arguing herself. What are you saying? Say things that mean something, please.
When we love ourselves, we take care of ourselves, and that includes being mindful about our health. But bullying and body shaming, it just pushes people into an even deeper toxic cycle.
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. You're doing that to yourself. You weren't raised with any kind of emotional fortitude. You listen to it, you internalize it. Again, your issues. There's a lot of things out there that you might not like, but if you're obese, it's not healthy. You don't have to like what I said. It's still a fact. So handle your shit. Again, handle your shit. My feelings do not affect you eating cake. That's your lack of self-control and your emotional instability. That's a you problem. And your parents and whatever, okay?
To mention the contribution to eating disorders.
Your problem.
Next time you see a quick fix or hear someone shaming others about their body, remind them change isn't about punishment. It's about taking care of yourself because you deserve it.
You don't deserve anything, but it is in your control. I don't disagree with what she's saying, but it doesn't make sense the way she's saying it. Yeah, you should take care of yourself because you care about your body. But if you're fat and you're complaining about everyone else being mean, then there's going to be a lot of people that say, shut the fuck up, you're being retarded. Like I just did, because it's true. We shouldn't have, we should have safe spaces. We shouldn't hear anything ever that makes us feel uncomfortable. Well, welcome to life. Stop being a pussy. Okie dokie. You know, the bullying and shaming, that's a good thing.
Shame.
Okay?
Shame.
Now, there's a difference.
Shame.
There's a difference. You know, you're bullying someone into killing themselves. You're going out of your way to make someone's life. I'm not talking about, you know, pushing kids into lockers and doing some stuff, because there's a lot of shit that happens in school. I'm not saying that that's acceptable. I'm not saying that you should do that. But to have societal standards, cultural standards, where we don't reinforce someone's delusion and pretend like they're doing something virtuous by stuffing their fat face, pretending like they're beautiful, pretending like, oh my God, they're so powerful and brave to wear a tube top when they're 400 pounds. That's not brave. That's gross. That's disgusting. There's a big difference. There's a big difference. And having standards like that will encourage people to not pursue that lifestyle, which is better for them. So to pretend like you're eating garbage and being morbidly obese because you love yourself and everyone else is wrong, you're just delusional, and you're going to pay the price for it. Okay, let's do two more. We got 1, 2. Who picked number 1? Do we have a number 1 in the comments? Anyone pick number 1? Daily Swole chat's not doing anything. I'll pick number one. 2000s levels of fat phobia. 2000s? 2000s, the last decent decade.
Yeah, it's not just you. We are definitely seeing 2000s levels of fat phobia just running rampant through social media right now. And I'm not usually one to bring conversations from Twitter to TikTok, but based on the response I got to this tweet, it seems like a lot of other people feel this way. And if you haven't seen this and you've definitely felt it, there's definitely a new trend in terms of skinny is in. Everyone wants to lose weight. Everyone wants to transform their body. Everyone wants to be half the size that they are right now. And y'all know I'm all about self-care. So obviously, if you are uncomfortable with your body and you want to lose weight, I absolutely support you. We're
so compassionate here, aren't we?
Don't support is people disparaging themselves after they lose the weight.
What I don't support is people disparaging themselves after they lose weight. Yeah, people are never happy. They lose weight and they're hating. What are you talking about? God, these people are so weak. So tired of this weakness.
Like calling yourself every name in the book because you lost weight and you're no longer plus size, it just really rubs me the wrong way. And obviously I'm a little biased because I am plus size, but also even at my slimmest, I still was plus size. I'm nearly 6 foot tall. I'm over 200 pounds. Like, I'm always going to be a big girl. But the biggest learning.
Huge cap. Huge cap. You're just a big girl because what are you drinking? What are you stirring? You're a big girl because there's no, you could be 6 feet and not 200 fucking pounds. I'm just gonna be a big girl because why? Because you're tall? Yeah. How wide you are, that's your habits. Okay.
I'm a little biased because I am plus size, but also even at my slimmest, I still was plus size. I'm nearly 6 foot tall. I'm over 200 pounds. Like, I'm always going to be a big girl. But the biggest learning that I've had in my fitness journey is that you have to love yourself in every single form. If you're...
This is such a cope. The cope hurts.
Self-love is conditional on the way that you look. You are always going to pick at yourself and you're always going to find flaws in the way that you look. Not to mention that the moment that you get a pimple or the moment that you're bloated, you're going to feel like you're the ugliest person in the planet. And that's just not a great way to live.
Yeah, there's a big difference between wanting to improve yourself and just constantly being negative and narcissistic. Anyway, whatever. There's a lot there. You guys heard it yourself. Last one here, and then we're going to get into overtime.
What's in the box?
This one's called Biggest Fear. And based on the first thumbnail, my biggest fear is watching this video, because holy seven head. Here we go. Jesus.
One of my biggest fears is that my daughter will be fat. I watched a TikTok video this morning, and that is exactly how it led in. And my heart went to shambles. I grew up fat. I grew up the daughter to a fat woman. She spent all of her life fighting against her weight, trying to change her body.
Did you parent her at all?
She spent all of my young life trying to change mine. But
you don't have to change your body. You could just have better habits. Again, I'm trying to change my body. A lot of times people are trying to change their body by punching a brick wall. So again, if you're trying to, quote, change your body, you're not doing it properly. You're not changing your habits, which will result in your body changing, right? Birth control, all these estrogenics, terrible sleep patterns, eating poison food, not lifting weights, right? Doing stupid fad diets. That might be trying to change your body. It's not going to work though. So, okay.
At the end of the day, without saying a word, if you feel this way, if your greatest fear is that your kid is going to be fat, everything that you do will be laced in fat phobia.
Feed your kids properly and you don't have to worry about them being fat. Boom. Problem solved.
Because your greatest fear is that your kid will be fat. And while I
sounds like Kamala Harris.
Wish my body on anyone because of the turmoil that it has put me throughout my life, there are so many things worse than being fat.
I already hit the no points soundboard, so I can't do it again.
I'm totally comfortable in my body. I just in pain.
All right. Rufus, what do you think about that? What do you think about that video? What do you think about that? Was it good or not good? No good? Not a fan? Not a fan. Hashtag FEF for a chance to win today's Swole card. Fam, let's give away today's Swole card. We have overtime coming up, so you can start shifting over into the Daily Swole Telegram chat. We have a brand new Drive Mall Gaining. It's going to be awesome. Join the fam over at swolenormousx.com. Let's give this Swole card away. And then we're going into overtime. Scroll. A little bit of FFcast. Little bit of FFcast. Where's the FF? Scroll. We got a winner. Look at what we have here. Today's winner of the FF card is Marquise.
Congratulations!
Underscores to piss off Papa. You should be banned for that screen name. Goddamn underscores. Too many. Far too many. Send us an email to support@swolenormous.com. Swolecard 3094 in the subject, your mailing address in the body of the email. Thank you for being here today. Yas Beaches. And of course, overtime starts right now. Let's fucking get after it. Very excited for an epic overtime. Fam, join us, swolenormousx.com. Shift on over to the Daily Swole Telegram chat. We do have a brand new Drive Mall Gaining Balls Deep edits exclusively for members. So head on over there. Thanks for being here. And of course, keep an eye out for the Swole texting this afternoon. And of course, the weekend episodes, which will get into some of those Swole text topics. So thanks for being here. And we will see you in overtime. Fam, happy FEF. Go make some sick fucking gains. Peace, McGeese, Deuce, Magoose, ya boy, Papa Swolio. Out.
She call me Cap, but I got no cap. I make this money, it comes out on tap. Tryna